Good morning from day 96 on the PCT. Had a good night's sleep last night, and it is a beautiful sunrise out right now. A little bit breezy, but very nice. We got about 12 miles into Belden today. Belden's kind of a little resort community, or like an RV community. Not so much a town, but there is a store and a restaurant.
And it's good timing because we were running low on rations.
And everything that we gained yesterday for elevation, we are losing today. And the following day, we're just going to gain it right back. Fun stuff. All right, let's hit the trail. Well, that is another new fire. And this time, we're heading towards it. We're about 6 miles from Belden. We're going to hustle down there and then assess what we need to do. Doesn't look good. Okay, so an update on that fire. By the time you see this, it'll probably be national news, but that is the Park Fire. It's by Chico, California. Overnight, it blew up to, it is now 70,000 acres, I believe. The highway to Chester across the PCT is closed down. It's going to be smoky as all hell, so we have decided the best course of action is to skip ahead. So unfortunately, we are going to break our continuous footpath, but we are going to head into Chester today.
Fortunately, we found another hiker whose cousin is offering a ride to other hikers. She has like 9 seats in her van, and she's from Chester, so she's going to come down. She should be here in a few minutes, and we'll get a ride up there. And we were able to find a room finally in Chester, because everyone's getting evacuated right now in the surrounding cities and kind of going to the hotels. It's kind of crazy times right now in Northern California, unfortunately.
Yeah, and we are currently in Belden in the restaurant slash store slash bar. And every other hiker is here right now. There's probably a good 30 hikers here, all deciding what to do next. I wouldn't be surprised if the PCT officially closes through this section very shortly, but I hate to do this, but we're heading to Chester and skipping a section of trail. We'll keep you guys updated.
And they just set a record for like consecutive days over 150. You couldn't see the shore.
We are in Chester. Things don't look good. Good afternoon from day 97 on the PCT. Didn't recap yesterday, but obviously the important thing is the Park Fire. We bailed at Belden yesterday along with, I think, every other hiker that we saw there. We're in Chester taking an unexpected zero, trying to figure out what to do. Quick cheers to Nathan and Kay.
Cheers to Ryan H. Thank you for the room beers.
Yeah, thank you guys for the drinks while we figure out what is in store for the future for us. Doesn't look too promising right now. I mean, we're going to continue with the hike, obviously, but I think we're going to have to skip quite a bit of trail because the smoke forecast does not look good.
Yeah, so we got a ride from Belden to Chester, where we're at now, yesterday. And then tomorrow we're going to get a ride from here up to Mount Shasta. So total, that's going to be about 200 miles of trail that we're going to have to skip.
Yeah, it is unfortunately a big chunk, and the halfway point was actually between Belden and here, so halfway.
Cheers to halfway.
Yeah, it's sad. The air quality index looks terrible in Old Station and Lassen Volcanic National Park. It looks horrible in Bernie. It starts getting a little bit better around Shasta, so that is where we are going to go. Yeah, it's not 100% confirmed yet, but that is the plan for now. Yeah, brutal. The PCT is that direction.
Hey guys, it's been a while since we've done a heart-to-heart, and I've gotten some feedback that you guys like to hear the honest truth and what's going on mentally during this through hike. So here it is. This has been without a doubt the hardest thing I've ever done. It's physically exhausting, doing 10 to 12 hour hikes every single day with minimal breaks. And mentally, it's challenging. I miss my dog. I miss my family and my friends, even more than I thought I would. Every day you're doing the same thing. The goal is the same. You're getting from point A to point B. You aren't quite sure where you're going to end up. You have an idea, but it's a lot on the body and on the mind. But that being said, it's also like by far the most amazing thing I've ever done. It's such a unique experience to really look inside yourself all day, every day, no interruptions, and just kind of figure some stuff out. I've had a lot of clarity on some things. I've come to peace with things that I had sought out from the beginning of the trail. And also I'm learning how much maybe I've taken for granted over the years, as far as the people in my life, and all the things we have at our disposal, like fresh food and water, because there's a lot of rationing you have to do out here sometimes when you're doing a stretch where you have 5 to 7 days between towns, and sometimes you're rationing water if there's a longer period between your water sources. So all of that just makes you think like, holy crap, like we have this at our fingertips in life. And then also like these fires have been such a bummer, and knowing that like it's kind of rare that we're getting to see all of these amazing forests, because they're not going to be here forever, like inevitably at the rate that they're burning in Northern California and Oregon. It's a fleeting privilege that we have. So it just we've been evaluating like our little place and protecting it and what we can do going forward. But yeah, I mean, it's the most incredible experience. It's also the hardest. But we keep trucking from day to day, and sorry if I don't say a lot at the end of the day. I'm just exhausted. But I'll try to keep you guys updated a little more on the back end of things.
Good morning from day 98 on the PCT. I'm sure you guys remember Harrison and Acacia. Acacia's mom, Tracy, is actually driving down from Washington where she was, and is picking the four of us up and bringing us up to Shasta. So big thank you to Tracy for being an amazing trail angel yet again. And yes, confirmed we are going to Shasta. Sounds like that's where most hikers are going to. The PCTA has officially closed the trail from Buck's Summit. That's where our little map was that had the "You Are Here" arrow, and Old Station. So they're closing over 100 miles of trail, which we were going to skip some of that anyway. So we are heading to Shasta. On the bright side, we're going to have a little birthday celebration there for moi. after a couple of bummer kind of days recently, we are livening things up now in Shasta. A little birthday evening celebration. Kicking things off with some margaritas, guacamole, and chips and salsa, our favorite. So these go out to my Canadian family. A huge thank you to Colin and Annalise, Sharon and Dan, Megan and Hunter. Thank you guys so much for the birthday treats here. Love you guys, and definitely looking forward to a nice dip in Tilden Lake. That sounds amazing right now. Cheers, guys. All right, the birthday evening is continuing here in Shasta. I should clarify, my birthday is not today, it is in a few days, but we're going to be on trail, so we are celebrating in Shasta today. But this one goes out to Joseph S.
And this one goes out to Megan S.
Thank you for the drinks. Cheers, guys. Making it a fun day. Thank you. Good morning from day 99 on the PCT. We are obviously ready to hike again. Had a great little birthday celebration in Mount Shasta last night. Hung out with some other really cool hikers. It was a fun time. But it is time to start hiking again. Obviously, we had to skip a bunch of trail. We're getting on at Castle Crag State Park. I think this is about the equivalent of mile 1503, something like that. The PCT, of course, through this section is closed, so we're starting on a purple alternate and connecting back with the trail. Going to be a lot of elevation gain today. Late start. It's like 10:30 already, so we'll see how far we go, but we have a lot of climbing to do. Let's hit the trail. Well, today started pretty clear, but not anymore. Winds have picked up this afternoon, and getting a lot of smoke now. Here we have clear views of Castle Crags, and over here, fantastic view of Mount Shasta. Would you look at that? As a little parting gift, Tracy got us a couple little birthday cake bars. They're really good. Thank you again, Tracy. You're awesome. Okay, that will do it for day 99 on the PCT. Another huge thank you to Tracy for dropping all of us off. We actually have Harrison and Acacia camped right next to us tonight. We did about 16.2 miles, like 5,300 feet of elevation gain, and like 600 descent. It was all climbing today. But we did not avoid the smoke. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, unfortunately our campsite is touted to have really nice views, but they're all kind of shrouded in smoke right now.
Yeah, this fire is a disaster. I think there's a new bubble now starting from Shasta. There's people skipping from everywhere up to Shasta and starting from there. it's hard to say that we got off lucky, but I think we kind of did, because there are people now skipping from Truckee and just skipping Northern California altogether straight to Oregon. And at least the section that we did have to skip is mainly the Dixie Fire burn scar, so we're not missing too much in terms of scenery, at least. Tomorrow looks nice. Hopefully the winds work in our favor and it's less smoky, but should be a big mileage day and not tons of elevation gain, so we are excited about that. I think that'll do it for now. We'll talk to you guys in the morning.
Cheers.
Cheers.